what that was in my mouth. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Hopefully you don't have anything important to do, because what I'm about to show you is totally not important. And basically it'll just be a waste of your time to watch. But I bet you're not going to change away from the video, or you will. No, don't. Stop. Just watch the video. I was kidding. Alright, so today, whoa, got like a wedgie there. Today we are going to retorque the heads on my 72 Nova, which is above me. The last time that this car, well, not the last time that it ran, this car was recently dyno tuned, and by recent I mean like 9 months ago. And it's been on the lift almost the entire time since then. Took it out once, it scared the balls off of me. And then I basically decided, because of the amount of money I put into the car, that I wasn't going to drive it again until I retorqued the heads, did some stuff. The steering's loose. When I drove it, the steering was loose. Not really concerned about that. More concerned about the torquing of the heads. You know, because you only live twice, so you know, I don't want to. Not worried about my safety. I'm worried more about the engine, because that only gets to live once, right? So, all right, we're going to retorque the heads. I'm going to start on the top. That's going to wear away and break something. That's good. I have a lot of things to do here. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to start by taking off the exhaust manifolds. Actually, that'll probably get done from the bottom, but I got to take the V-bands off from the top. This car has a shaft mount rocker system on it, so that's going to be a pain in the butt. So let's get started. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but some of you guys who might have some of that fancy HD television, you might be able to see that there's 7 million spider webs on this car. I haven't touched it, like I said. It's not my fault. Alright, so we are going to, I'm probably going to start by taking these fenders off, because they're not mounted to anything, because why bolt them on, you know? Quick removal. So I'm going to probably take, oh no, I did bolt them on. What an idiot. I lied to you. Okay, so I'm going to take the, I'm going to take the V-bands off on each side, work on the headers first, and then I'm going to come back around to the valve covers and do some other stuff. The headers, I'm going to start from the top with the V-bands. They're quick release. And then I'm going to probably do the headers from the bottom. The headers have stage 8 locking fasteners on it, so that's going to take 7 years for me to get on and off, and I don't know if I'm going to reuse them again. They're good and stuff, but man, are they a pain to get on and off. Indexing them and getting them to touch the pipe so they don't turn back, I don't know. So, all right, let's get started. V-bands. This is not a hammer. Oh, yes it is. One. Two. I'm trying to do this through the wheel well. I don't know. never did it this way, but I'm gonna try. All right. I already don't like it. Just shot one of the E-clips all the way across the driveway, the garage. Probably never find that again. All right, I need a screwdriver. Using this little pick, not my best idea. Although I guarantee I come back to it. Whoop. Throw everything on the floor as quickly as possible. Let's try flathead. That's why I used these last time, because this is way easier. Where the hell did the screwdriver go? Oh, that's good. Man, found it! Although, where's the screwdriver? That one out. I got one I couldn't get. I'm gonna do the other side, and then I'll go back when I get the car up in the air. This one might have came loose a little bit. Or it was trying. Every one of these is stuck. Can't get any of them off. It does look like some of them turned. Fun. Okay. Let's get it up in the air. What the heck was that? Little tip, if something falls off, keep an eye on it. These are gonna suck. Okay. That's kind of promising. Got the first nut off pretty easy. I can't get the little locking tab off. What do I do with the screwdriver? Anybody else have this problem where they put something down for 2 seconds and it's gone forever? All the time. live like this. Oh, I forgot, I got 1,000 wires, the intercooler. Nope, the remote water pump hoses are all over on this side. All right, well, let me get another screwdriver. Meant to do that. When you've been doing this as long as I am, you become highly coordinated. Bolts just fall right out, right into your hand. Nope. Literally the only time that ever happened. Come on, amp. Oh man, I hate you. Hey. Remember I said I wasn't going to use this? Using it. Oh, I got it. Man, just Lady Luck is with me today. Oh God, I just jinxed myself. Almost did it again. Oh man, I don't know how I'm getting that one. Let's see. Look through the front, no. Look under the turbo with a screwdriver through the front. And just slap it around a bunch. Yep, and just hit everything. That's how I do it. Every time. It's meant to be like that. Ah, I just pushed it back on. Come here now. Do it. Come off. You didn't even like this car. There we go. All right. They are they all off? Did I get that one I was talking about over here? Nope. There it goes. All right, we got them all. They're all off now. So now I've got to take off all the header bolts, and we're in business. I think they're 7/16 or something. And because of the room, I'm going to be doing a combination of this and this. All right, this side is going to be from the bottom. The other side might be from the wheel though. Oh, you know what? Really only have two bolts that are like kind of problematic. All you guys who know small block Chevrolets know that the bolts by number 1 and 2 on the inside, and the bolts by number 7 and 8 on the inside. Those are the real problems. Yeah, see, they're loose, but I can't back them out because the pipe actually kind of goes over where the bolt is. So they're a real pain. You end up having to kind of put them in like in stages. Of course, this one is, it's like where it's too tight to do by hand, but it's really too loose to do with a wrench. That's the most fun. Everybody likes that. I'm going to bring it down, try to get the header bolts from the wheel well. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. Sorry for this hose. It's the CO2 lines for the boost control here. Actually, I got one more, I forgot. And I was counting. It's the whole point of counting, so not forget. Keep track. Okay. Did I not do this one? Did I mess up counting again? No, that's loose. Just the weight of the header, I guess, is leaning on it. Let's get that one out. All right. So the only two we got left in there right now is here on the inside of this tube and here on the inside of this tube. Those are the tough ones because you can see this pipe goes over that bolt and this pipe turns and goes around the other bolts. So let me do the other side, that way I'm not wasting trips up and down in the air. All right, here we are on the other side. There it is again. The tight loose bolt, the magic bolt. Make up your mind. Either you're tight or you're loose. That's it. All right, the only two missing, like I said, are the inner bolt on this tube and the inner bolt on this tube. Again, for the same reason. Turns over here, turns in the way over there. So I'm gonna go to the bottom and try to get those bolts out from the bottom, I think. All right, got this valve cover off. I don't know how many of you guys are out there asking why a small block Chevy is painted Pontiac blue, but if you are thinking of that, kudos to you. What is this? Oh man, I don't know what this is. Just found this. I don't even know what that's from. Just found it here, sitting here in the corner here. What is this? Do I have broken parts? I think I have some stuff going on. Oh, I do have stuff going on. I got broken parts over here. I know what it is. This is a roller. I don't know if you can make it out. See, this one's missing the roller. stupid hose is in the way. Won't let the camera focus. That's going to be in the way the entire time. See it here? Missing a roller. Wow. Okay, glad that I caught that. Well, that's stuck in there now. I guess this is why you're supposed to do maintenance on engines like these all the time. Everything else feels good. All right. There it is. Here's the pin. Oh, can you see it? And the way that this works is that's like an H over there, sort of. It's got a slot, and this goes through it like that. And then the rocker sits on each side. This wheel sits in the middle, like that, and then the rocker splits these two. Wow, okay. Man, thank God I didn't lose a keeper on this one. They're gonna drop a valve. That would have been problematic. All right, so what's next now is I'm going to, this one's loose on both. I am going to pull this rocker shaft because it's loose. Turn the engine over with got one of them buttons. Spin the thing over. It's like a magic button. It does magic or something. I'm gonna turn the engine over until there's pressure is relieved from all four of these rocker stands. Pull them out. Then I've got to pull the rocker stand out. Once the rocker stand is out, then I can get to the head bolts. Once the head bolts are accessible, then I'm going to go through the entire head bolt pattern, torque sequence, and middle and in a circular pattern all the way out to the outside. And I'm going to back the nut all the way off, probably put some new fresh moly lube on it, and then retorque it back down. T40? Nope. Damn. T45. I don't think it's T50. I think that's it. Let's try T47. I can't tell if it's not going in because there's rust on it or if it's the wrong size. I don't think that's it. I think it's T45. All right, like I said, I'm making sure that there's no spring pressure on these before I take them out so I don't rip the threads out of the stand. All right, that's one. All right, let's turn it over. All right, this one's loose. I'm going to do this one now. See how these are too loose? I have to change the oil on this thing too. Can't believe I broke a rocker stand. All right, that's two. Also, I'm laying these in the valve cover, which is over here, and I'm laying them in. When I took this one out, I laid it against this side of the valve cover. This one, right here, I laid in this. When I take this one out, I'll be out on this end, and when I take this one out, they'll be in order. So they'll all go back in the same spot. Not that they really can go back in this different area because they all have different offsets for each cylinder, but just to make sure. Nope. All right, these ones are both loose now. So those are gonna go on. They'll take off, I mean. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. That's 3. Turn it over until I get all these loose. Oop. All right, got both of these loose. Some cylinder pressure in there, boys and girls. Didn't even want to turn over. Okay, just make sure to break that so I can't use it again. Man, it's raining out, and that poor blue car is getting poured on right now because I had to push it outside in order to get this thing down on the ground. I really need an extension on this garage, man. That's 4. Oh man, look at this. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. That's kind of marred up. The keeper though, because it's hardened, is actually okay. All right, next is these bolts for the rocker stand. Hopefully they're the same size. They are. Whoa. Oh man, these are tight. That first one wasn't very tight. Not tight like the rest of these. Need to pick up the pace a little bit here. Okay, that sounded weird. Take the whole rocker shaft out. Okay. Make sure there's no... Yep, I kept 2 of the shims on the bottom of this. Actually, they're stuck on there pretty good. I'm gonna probably leave them. And you see we got shims underneath here already. This one and this and that end one had oh boy, Just thinking how much of a bear that middle one's gonna be right here with the valve springs. All right. Just got to make sure that the washers, the shims go in the same place with the same amount. All right. Let's see if we can get in there. They're 80 foot-pounds. They're supposed to be tightened too. That certainly didn't feel like 80, but this is also a very long wrench. Now, I'm gonna go get some molly lube. Good stuff, boys and girls. I don't know if you can tell. It's actually already set up for 85. I'm gonna turn it down to 80. Whoop. These digital ones are cool. All right, I'm not gonna split hairs here, that's close enough. Okay, from there I'm going to go to here. I might need another extension for this. Let's see. A little extra room here. Okay. Took the whole head stud with it. Now, lucky these aren't, I don't know if I said that earlier, these are not blind, or they are blind holes, which means they do not go into the water jacket. So we can just screw this back in, don't have to worry about coolant coming out. Molly lube on it. Okay. right, next one over. I don't remember off the top of my head, but small block Chevys have like, I think 17 head bolts, so this is kind of annoying. Not tightening them, just for anybody that does enough of this knows you're not really supposed to tighten them. I mean, that's kind of a toss-up whether you're one of those guys that does it or not, but man, it is pouring outside. I know you guys are probably asking why I'm clicking so many times. It's because I'm paranoid and I want to make sure that it's tight. When you have this much money tied up into something, the least you can do is spend a couple minutes doing right, you know? Probably not. All right, 51 hours later, I found this stupid bolt. I think we're gonna paint throw some paint on the bolts that we did already. All right. Next. All right. Kind of went out of order here, but we'll be all right. Okay. That was a fun one. I can only imagine those back ones are going to be even more cool. Paint pen's working perfect. This one doesn't look very painted. Paint that. I'll paint this one too. Okay, back over here. Highly calibrated torque wrench on the floor now. Okay. Reach down into the abyss and get my torque wrench. Okay, I've got 2 left on this side. 1, 2. I got 3 left on that side, so I'm gonna go bang, 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 and then over there. What did I just say? This is gonna suck, I think. It's way back here. There's nowhere for me to swing this damn wrench. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. Let's try something. Dipstick tube is in the way. Let's try turning that. Cheated, I turned the dipstick tube away from me. Okay. Did this one, right? Did this one. Now I've got one, two, and the last one's in the corner, 3. And then we're done with this side. Thank God. Well, no we're not. I have to put everything back together. That I'm okay with. At least it's not this part. This part has me breathing like a stuck pig over here. And quite honestly, I'm not that far from a stuck pig to start. On the floor. I wanted to put it on the floor. Unfortunately, this side's not going to be able to go all the way together today because if you remember, I got to buy a rocker for here, and that's going to come as a whole assembly. It's good because I just have unlimited money, so it's fine. Okay. Last one on this side. Well, last one. Last one, and then I have one more. So it's not the last one, but it's the last one before the last one. If I can ever get the wrench in there. Ooh, that's going to be good. This is going to be a good one. I thought this one was going to be an easy one. Let me pull this extension off here. Now here's why you got to pay attention. Because if you're not watching, I just unplugged that by accident. This huge vacuum leak. Well, I was going to say boost leak, but there's a check valve in here. So, but yeah, huge vacuum leak. Later on that you might have a hard time trying to find, although you probably hear that because it's huge. If you're not paying attention, these cars put us in weird positions sometimes. And if you don't, if you miss something, you'll be very unhappy trying to find something wrong with the car later. If God forbid you knock something loose or whatever, which happens all the time. At least it happens to me. Thing torqued on, and we can do a little bit of reassembly. Move on to the other side. And you know what, I'm not even going to bother coloring those. All right. What I am going to do before I put the rocker stand back on, shine a light down each lifter hole and make sure that the push rod is in the lifter. Which they all are. If you kind of have a little bit of a feel for it, you can do it by hand. Like that. I can kind of feel that it's within like its little bucket. So it's good. Make sure to, just doing it once over just to make sure I'm happy with everything. I am. So, all right. So let's move on to the rocker stand. Here's the rocker stand. It's got all these little bolts coming out. I'm gonna lube all the bolts on the bottom, or coming out of the bottom, with the Molly. The other thing, now I want to do it, I am going to put some Molly lube on the back of these shims and kind of glue them on so they don't, I can actually lay the stand down without having to fight everything. Yeah, see, there's two of them. Oh, let me not lose that into the engine. There's two of them. They're different lengths. Here's one, here's the other. I mean, they're not different lengths, they're different thicknesses. And the reason that is important is in order to get the right rocker arm geometry, I need to have the right amount of shims on it to space the stand up. By spacing the stand up, I move, effectively I move the rockers away from the head, which changes a full component and gives me a different pattern on top of the valve. That sounds like a lot of stuff in it, and I guess it is, but you just have to take my word for it. Now, got to pull all the push rods out of the way. Last one. Okay, now that's in. No good. All right, so as per, these are Jessel mount, Jessel shaft mount rockers. Okay, as per the instructions here, the rocker stands get locked down to 26 pounds. 26 pounds with Molly. Just because it's kind of natural to do. Just because it's natural to do, I'm going to do inside out. That's close enough. Okay. Now that that's on, now that that is on, I am going to look for any cylinder where both push rods are down. And then I'm going to put those, where's my push button thinger? And then I'm going to put that set of rockers on. Now, of course, the one that both push rods are down is going to be the one that has the problem. So I'm going to turn the motor over. My battery's dying. No good. Let me hook up the battery charger. I got my battery charger on. Let's see if that does it. These both look like they're kind of down. Whoa, we're gonna back up for a second here. May have read that wrong. The bolts that I just tightened need to be tightened down to 36, not 26. All right. Now we can go back to putting these back in here. Let's run these down. So I can pretty much tell these are good to tighten up because I can see that the shaft in the cup here is actually seated all the way. It's not sticking up, which means the push rods are not pushing on it. I'm pushing it up, and the reason that's important is because you don't want to rip the threads out of the stand here. You just snug them. I'm not torquing right now, I'm just snugging them up. See? Perfect. So there's actually no tension on that, and they're tight. So what I gotta do now, torque them up. And what are we torquing those down to? Shaft bolts. Those are 5/16 18, and they are Torque's 45. Those are getting torqued to 21. Let's call it 22, you know? I like to live dangerously. We're gonna do middle first. That's it, bang, bang, tight. So one more time, tight, tight, tight. That's something I like to do just because it's like, I like talking to myself. That's what it is. It's really just that. I don't know if it's sitting flush on this side. It is not sitting flush. Although the push rod might have not been in the bucket. It might have gotten stuck in the cup here and pulled out. Nope, it's not all the way down. Are these all the way down? No, these aren't down either. All right, so we got to turn. All right, I think that one's down. Let me just make sure that the push rods are in one more time. And they are. Again, this is just me being sure. that everything is the way I think that it is. We don't want any problems with something. When you spend a bunch of money on it, you really don't want to have a problem with it, you know? These tools on the fender here are getting very cumbersome. A lot of stuff. Still loose. All right, take them down to 22. Tight. 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 Now one more time. Tight. 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 All right, same thing with the next one. Make sure they're in the buckets. All right, these are both down. I can feel them. Okay. Both loose, so good. Take them down to 22. Tight. Come on now. How long is this bolt? Tight. Now I'm just angry. Tight. All right, so one more time. Tight. 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 Alrighty. Pretty obvious why I'm not putting that one back on. I'm gonna have to order that because you guessed it, I don't have it just sitting here in the garage. So I'm gonna have to order that. It's gonna do a little bit of searching too because I don't know part numbers. I have to go and look it up. All right, well, you guys saw it. I got to order the part for that rocker, the broken rocker. And I'm going to show you again. I lost the wheel. See this wheel here? Gone on this one. It just happened that it was working. The camera's on this side. And you see that's kind of shaved that metal apart. Now that just happened to be pushing on the retainer of that spring, so it kind of worked still, but that clearly has to be replaced. So I've got to buy this rocker. Now you saw them; they have different offsets. So I've got to get this correct offset. I'm gonna actually take this inside with me. My wife will be happy when I put it on the kitchen counter. That's everybody's favorite. But anyway, you guys saw me do it. I have the other side to do. I'm not going to take you through that. That would give you a headache watching it all over again. Plus, it's supper time, you know? I'm hungry. So anyway, that's it for now. I will do a video of this thing running. Once I get the part in, I'll do another video. Maybe it'll just be a short video of this thing running when I actually have, like, you know, all this put back together with the new rocker and whatnot. So, but for now, that's it. Thanks for watching.